I love it when people write in with a challenge, and this next one, it's pretty common. It's about a room with a view of a wall. So let's go and meet the homeowner, Carolyn, and see what we can do.
Keep ordering, keep ordering.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Spike, how you going, mate? Doing a bit of gardening?
Yes.
Oh, now I can see the problem you wrote in about. It's not that attractive, is it?
No, we look out onto this brick wall from our lounge room, and yeah, we just need to make it a little bit nicer.
Well, the good news is there's 100 things you could do on that. I might have to do a bit of shopping to get inspired, but
okay.
I'll be back.
Okay, great.
Come on, Dan.
Thanks. Bye.
Could you tell me where I'd find tension wire, you know, the twisted wire?
Sure, they're just in aisle 7. I'll show you where they are.
Excellent, thank you. So what I've got in mind is some terracotta pots that go vertically up the wall. And I'm going to sit them all on tension wire like this and use a few different fittings. Fill the whole lot with lush succulents that'll look after themselves and look fantastic. Now, you could save a few bucks and use Gow fittings, but over time they'll dull and end up looking like the fittings of an old Hills hoist. The tip here is spend a few extra dollars, do it in stainless, and it looks good forever. Soils ain't soils. You can see how many different brands and types there are depending on what you're planting. So putting succulents in, we want a succulent mix because it'll be free draining, won't have too many nutrients, and the little succulents will love it. And to pot them, you can't go past terracotta, especially at $1 each. Time to get busy. Come on. So to make this vertical garden, it's dead easy. All I've got is the tension wire cut into 3-metre lengths, and at each end, I put a hoop like this. But it's important that you only do one end because we need to slide things over the other one when we start. You put the swage on first, and it's important that you get the right size for the gauge of your wire. The washer holds the pot in spot, and then we just go up in 30-centimetre increments. Now you just repeat the process 38 times. Now remember, if you're drilling into a wall that joins the property, you'll need to get permission from the next door neighbour. Then it's just a case of fitting your favourite L brackets. These ones are nice and decorative, and they'll suit the style I'm after perfectly. Couple of tips here. Make sure you're well anchored to the wall because even empty, there's a fair bit of weight. And plant it when it's up. Imagine trying to move 3 metres of pots on wires without spilling a plant. Impossible. And to make sure it doesn't bang around in the wind, you need to fasten it at the bottom. Now, this swage here I haven't tightened, so firstly I can just pick up any slack with that. And this turnbuckle is hooked onto the bracket, so I pull it nice and tight, move the swage down, crimp that, and then, making sure that this is open as much as it can be when I start, I can turn it and tighten it until it's nice and taut. Now think about it, you've got tiny little terracotta pots on a brick wall baking in the Aussie sun, so what you put in them is really important to your long-term success. But something like this, pig face, it loves it tough. It grows on the coastlines, in the sand, you name it, it thrives on neglect. And the best thing about it is if you snap it off, throw that in the ground or in a pot, and I guarantee in a year's time, it'll look exactly like this. Well, there you go, job done. It's not just a vertical garden, it's an installation, a work of art. I'm impressed. I hope Caroline and Spike like it as much. What do you think?
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Well, the best thing about it is they're that tough that you only have to give them water, or Spike has to give them water maybe once a week. Feed them if they look like they need feeding, but maybe once a year. Take plenty of cuttings, give it to your friends and family.
Great.
But more importantly, just enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Look at everything you can water, Smokey.
Yay!
Getting the latest design trends into your home is easier than you think. We showed you what a pop of the season's hottest colour could give a room. But if emerald green wasn't bright enough,